she also noted that she knows the landlord personally, you know, so she was just, and like, I really wish I could have put all these things together the way that they were said, you know, because it was a short engagement, but it was, you know, um, necessary to note. So she was, I'm gonna try to run this out from the beginning because I hate when details are out of order. And now that I have all the parts, she said, calling the cops on me. They ain't been over here long enough. She said, and y'all talking about y'all gonna move, and you coming over here and you trying to tell me about what she's doing on Facebook. And she said, and I smell the meth on you. And she said, what you gonna do when I fill up the block? You know, she said, you know, I pay my rent. Look, first of all, let me tell you something. Wait, I'm gonna get to that. So she said, I pay my rent, you know. And then she said, you know, I know y'all landlord personally, you know, like she said, I know y'all landlord. And she was like, and he, she was like, I should, she said, I called on them. And she was like, and she was like, what are they gonna do when I fill a block up? This is the hood. She noted time and time again that this is the hood. I get all that. Okay, so check this out. In this situation, there's three elements. You know, I want to say something real quick about the first element. You know, I pay my rent like y'all pay y'all's. You know, that's obvious. Paying rent does not make any of us responsible adults. Our choices make us responsible adults. What we will and won't do. It ain't got nothing to do with rent. If we weren't paying our rent, none of us would be here. You know, that's standard. That don't make none of us responsible adults. The second thing is there's always a right and a wrong in situations. So this whole music, this loud music ordeal, you know, it's not like loud music inside of your house at 1 a.m., you know, that's protruding. I showed you a clip already of what the music is like. So it's not loud music in your house. It's loud music being played on the outside that is wrong. That is wrong because ain't none of us got that type of space. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a yard, but you ain't got enough space to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if that was being done inside your house, it'd be a different story. But you're doing it outside. That's disturbing the neighborhood. And she was talking, she said that too a few times. She said, there ain't gonna be no peace. No peace. I was like, all right then. so, they're fatiguing my forearm so bad. So, okay, so that's two of the three elements. So the rent, the music, and then how that situation, you know, the music is dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I don't got nothing to do with them, but you think for him, you know, like, if you running up being in their face every once in a while, like, you would have walked over and been like, you know, could you turn it down? But that wasn't the case. So, considering what's taking place, it's being played outside, and you know, you might have company, and that can turn into something else. You know, law and I don't like the cops either. I know she don't like the cops. I can't stand the motherfuckers. Like, I don't like no police. But for that sort of situation, you know what I'm saying? I can understand why that would be the approach. You get what I'm saying? Like, just have them come out and ask them to turn it down, because that's all they're gonna do. I don't think that's being noted anywhere, you know, in a way that it could sabotage your renter's history. And then, like, if you really want to Real about it. There is a fourth element. Like, you're trying to shape them motherfuckers downstairs. You're trying to shape the way that others view me. And while you're trying to shape the way that others view me, you're leaving out everything that you did wrong. So you ain't talking about what you're doing, how this situation. That motherfucker still don't know that her boyfriend was dogging her. That's what this is all about. That's how all this started. So anyhow, yeah, those are the elements. It's always a right and a wrong. So it's not wrong, you know what I'm saying? She don't want to recognize that it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because she wants her way. She was saying, like somebody just lost their son too. And, like she just want to play her music. But like I said, inside is one thing, outside disturbing the peace is another. Ain't none of us got the space for that. Like, and I get that this is the hood, you know. I think she noted that a few times because she she knows that I don't feel I belong in this neighborhood, probably. And I get that. I know it's the hood. I've noted that. I've also talked about how I'm in a neighborhood where if something happens, don't nobody say nothing. That ain't the type of situation that nobody want to be in. Don't nobody pay attention to nothing and don't nobody say nothing. And if they do, for example, because her and the female across the street in the neighborhood watch. And if they do say something, they ain't gonna have all the details because they ain't looking into nothing. There's a reason that I make videos. There's a reason that I annotate details, things that are taking place. I know what I'm dealing with. I know the outcome of this situation. Me being in thought of justice. And me annotating details is literally the only thing that can vindicate me.